set out in a 4-flat-4-2. With this shape, you naturally leave pockets, and in these pockets are where the front three of Liverpool like to operate, while allowing their fullbacks to provide the width, which creates problems for a lot of teams. And as we can see in the first goal of the match, the ball gets played into Salah, who receives in the pocket, plays a 1-2 with the 9, who switches the ball out to Robertson, who plays a cut back for Mane to finish. A few moments later, Ancelotti makes a change to demand that Richarlison recover sooner, creating a 4-5-1. With this 4-5-1, they're able to cover the width more, so that means denying the ability for the fullbacks to get on because it would leave too much space in behind, as well as cutting off these pockets. The reason why there was this mistake from Richarlison to get back is he was given the ability to time his moments when to get back, as he is their counter-attack threat against Trent. And as we see throughout the match, Trent doesn't have as many options and moments to get forward as we see with Robertson on the left side, because he has to worry about defending this space in behind. And when you're in a 4-5-1, you're not able to find these gaps as well, and it's much more difficult to find these diagonal balls that we would see from Virgil van Dijk in other matches. Ball gets played out to potentially the fullback or to Salah out wide. When a 4-5-1, you're able to defend that more, and let's say they were in a higher position, if that ball goes over and they don't win the first ball, it's an immediate counter-attack in behind, even off the second ball. So this switch for Ancelotti to get into a 4-5-1 and demand that Richarlison get back sooner allowed Everton to control certain areas of the pitch. Whereas I personally thought that if Liverpool tried to regain and retain possession higher up the pitch inside their own half, Everton didn't hunker in as much and they were able to play into those gaps. The more they tried to play higher up the pitch, meaning tacking the goal of Everton, is when they would get back and they couldn't find those gaps. Everton's 4-4-2, 4-5-1 out of possession transitioned into a 2-4-2 lopsided 2 well in possession. What's interesting was how these four midfielders caused a problem to the front five of Liverpool's press. With the positioning of the fullbacks, Salah and Mane were not able to press on their normal cues, as they had to worry about them being on their shoulder. When they're higher up, they're able to cut them off more, or when they're deeper, it's an easier job for them to press to the inside. But now having these two midfielders inside, if we were to see Mane press to the inside, which we did in the match, we would see consistently this ball being played in and a third man out to the fullback. But why it's interesting where these two are positioned is that this is forcing both Henderson and Thiago to make a decision. Because if they do jump and this ball gets played out, they get beaten behind. If they sit here, they allow this man to receive the ball and pop it out. And maybe you're thinking, all right, Firmino could jump on there. But if this center back has it and sees that there, switches into here, balls into that midfielder. If Salah comes in, ball comes into here, or a direct switch out. Whereas higher up the pitch, what Everton would look to do, balls with the center backs, or if it was being played with one of the midfielders who dropped into the gap, what they do is they would play off the second ball. So we would have Calvert-Lewin positioned between the center backs, and then we would have Richarlison positioned between the fullback and center backs. They couldn't step up. Playing that long ball over the top consistently allowed either Rodriguez or the other midfielder to win the second ball.